Happy Monday, webheads. That's right, it's Monday, which means it's the start to the work week, which means it's a start to a school week. But of course, there's that bright side, because that means top 10 comic book covers of the week. Hey, all my webheads out there, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions of what comic books to buy. And today, guys, I am bringing you 2021's top 10 comic book covers of the week. Fans, this is week 34, and this is the video series where each and every week I share with you my top 10 comic book covers for the upcoming comic book week. And guys, you will have that final say on which comic book cover gets that all-important title of comic book cover of the week. However, this is a year-long series where you, the fans, get to vote, and by the time we get to the end of the year, you will also have that final say on which comic book title gets that all-important title of comic book cover of the year. So welcome back, everybody, and welcome to the new viewers as well. And if you don't vote, at least you get to see some cool comic book covers. All right, guys. So if you want to become a webhead member of my channel, Comic Book Corner 2.0, all you got to do is hit that join button right there on my home screen. Guys, it does help support the channel. It gives you, the viewers, some extra perks, and I really appreciate it. All right, guys, so before we get into this week's countdown, we got to find out who won those eliminations round. Which comic book cover got the wild card? Which comic book got that bid for nominated for comic book cover of the year? So there was a lot of votes last week, but there was one title that wound up dominating over it all. But before I get to that one, we got to find out who won the wild card. And the Group 4 Wildcard winner winds up going to Batman 89, the Catwoman variant, Warren Lowe variant A. Congratulations. You at least stay alive and go to that wildcard round at the end of the year. You still have a chance to move on. Now, we'll wind up finding out who won. And you guys probably guessed it by now, but it was Wonder Woman Black and Gold, also done by Warren Lowe, variant B. There wasn't even a competition here, guys. You guys just said, that's it, Wonder Woman. There was people that were diehard, Batman fans and voted for Wonder Woman. So yeah, congratulations, Wonder Woman Black and Gold. You get that nod for comic book cover of the year, that nomination. So we'll see what happens at the end of the year. All right, so let's move forward now to number 10, and this week's number 10 comic book cover goes to Wolverine issue 15. This is the 1 in 25 Geraldo Savano variant. This comic is actually pretty cool because it's just a different style of comic, right? You have Wolverine, who is in, I don't know, some kind of jungle. It could be anywhere. And he's on the top ledge, like looking over his prey. He doesn't seem too happy because he's sitting there drooling all over the place, right? But then he's got his claws extended out and he could pounce on you at any time. So if you're that person looking at Wolverine from the distance, you're like, okay, I'm turning around and I'm walking away. Really cool cover. Love this one. If this one is your favorite, make sure you vote in the comment section below, guys. Remember, no more than one vote per person. And of course, if you don't like any of the top 10 comic book covers that I provide for you here today, you can always write in your own comic book cover. It could start to trend, it could overtake the other top 10, and it could pull off an upset and win. All right, so now we move on to number 9, and number 9 goes to another Wonder Woman Black and Gold, and this is issue 3. This one is cover B, done by Joshua Middleton. Now I wanted to see how this one stacked up against the other one. I don't know if you guys will like this one as much. It's gorgeous. It's a different art style. This one actually reminds me more of something you would see in a museum, of painting of sorts, like something like the Mona Lisa. Like, look at the shadows and the coloring and the darkness around her eyes, the shade lighting is different, like, but it's very realistic too. Like if you pay attention to the detail that goes into her lasso, very interesting looking cover, different style of artwork here. And if this one is your favorite, let's make sure you vote. All right, next we move on to number 8. This one goes to Robin, issue 5. This is the Menopole cardstock variant, Frances Menopole, I should say. And this one has what's her face on it? Oh my god, I totally am drawing a blank on there on what her name is. I can't remember. But yeah, she's on the cover. She's looking up in the sky. She's got bubble gum that she's blowing. I just love how you look on her sleeve and there's some blood, so it looks like she just got done doing some battle. Please let me know in the comments below what her name is, because it's driving me crazy. But if this one is your favorite, let's make sure you go ahead and vote. All right, next we move on to Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads issue 2, a 1 in 25 David Baldion variant. This comes in at number 7. I love this. I think this kind of plays a tribute to I want to say a Web of Spider-Man back in the day, where there was a similar cover like this, where you get to see the black suited Spider-Man going in between buildings. He's kind of camouflaged into the night and into the moon behind him. I love that style of art. It's very it's like two-dimensional, but it's blended in. It's cool. I'm not maybe very good at describing how art is, but it still looks pretty badass, so I'll say that. So if this one is your favorite, let's make sure you vote in the comment section below. All right, here's another nice one. Coming in at number 6, we have Marvel Voices Identity issue 1. Jugyeon Yoon variant A. Here we have Silk on the cover and you have Psylocke on the cover, and they're on top of a building and they got their superhero poses going on. They look gorgeous, these two characters. Like if you look at the anatomy or the muscle definition on the characters, it looks brilliant. Look at the legs on Silk, and then just look at like the arm definition on both characters as well. They look phenomenal. Love how the hair is blowing in the wind. You got the nice kind of like sunset going on in the background. Psylocke's blades are there. Really cool cover. If this one is your favorite, let's vote, guys. All right, so now we're climbing up to the top 5, and I love this one. This is Darkhawk issue 1. This marks the return of Darkhawk. This is the Ron Lim variant, doing the traditional superhero pose, as you get to see Darkhawk just landed, and he has his, like, I don't know, his holograph beams or blades coming out of his hands, and you get to see him land on the concrete and it's breaking apart, and he looks cool, man. I think it's awesome, and it's just a traditional comic book style of art, right? Great cover. Can't wait for the return of Darkhawk. If this one is your favorite, let's vote. All right, next we move on to number 4, and this is a redhead, and this one goes to the Invincible Red Sonja issue 4, the Jamie Tendell variant A. This is a gorgeous cover of Red Sonja. She may not be so rough and tough in this. She's more like a model figure in this, but it still looks gorgeous, right? She's lean, she's thin, she's muscular, cut. Love the hair down to her shoulders. She's got that shield in the background there, and she's holding her blades, and she's got these like polar bears, I guess. They look like polar bear wolves. Like, I don't know what they are, but I love the detail and the facial expression that goes into this cover. So if this one is your favorite, let's make sure you vote in the comment section below. All right, now we move on to number 3. Now, when I first saw this cover, I was like, I will have to buy this cover. This one is really nice. And this one goes to the Amazing Spider-Man issue 72, the In-hyuk Lee variant. All these covers have been very nice in their own way. I'm just surprised that this book is not in the Silk book instead of Amazing Spider-Man book. So why she's in there, I don't know. But I love this costume that she's wearing. It's just a different style. Love her facial features here as well, and it just looks like she's putting her hair up, getting ready to kick some ass. That's basically the way it looks here. So if this one is your favorite, let's go ahead and vote. All right, next, Another redhead on the cover this week, and this one goes to Black Widow issue 10. This is the NetTease Marvel Games variant. It's another great cover with Black Widow on there as she is in a firefight with somebody, and she's wearing this white gown, and she's like ducking over or jumping over a table, and there's roses flying everywhere, which matches her hair color. It's very intense. Look at the facial expression on her firing that pistol. Awesome cover, man. So if this one is your favorite, guys, you know what you got to do at this point. You got to vote. And then last but not least, coming in at number 1, we have King Spawn issue 1 getting ready to come out this comic book week. This is cover B, done by Todd McFarlane. Now, there's a lot of great covers when it comes to King Spawn issue 1, but I gotta go with the man who created it all, and this cover is awesome as you get to see Spawn, you know, sitting on this throne, kind of thinking, am I king? Am I not king? The throne, you know, the crown is on the floor. He's holding the sword in his hand, and he's just like contemplating something, right? So I thought this one was awesome. And if this one is your favorite, guys, make sure you vote in the comment section below, because like I say every single week, every vote counts. So guys, there you have it. There are my top 10 comic book covers of the week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now it's your turn to vote in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any videos from me. And of course, guys, if you like my content, I'll leave you more content right here to click on and check out. And until next time, guys, keep buying those comics, keep reading those comics, keep collecting those comics, and I'll see you guys on that next video. Take care. Bye.